Good afternoon, Monday afternoon, and God, it has been a busy day already. So I am in the dryer. This is, bang my head. This is the grain dryer, and I'm tidying out the bottom bit. So we finished drying start of last week, and if you can see there, the stuff's already started to grow. So that's from the wet weather bringing the water in, and obviously beans like to grow very much. So yeah, this is going to be Now's job. This morning I've already sorted a fuel issue on the Claas, which we got last week when it ran out of fuel. Unfortunately, it sucked some of the gunk from the bottom of the tank up. That all got stuck in the little pre-filter and then stopped it taking in clean diesel. So we sorted that, which is why the New Holland, I don't know, you might have seen, New Holland ended up on the dryer here. What else have I done? Moved around a load of stuff. We're having some roller shutter doors put on one of the barns up the top, so we had to move a load of stuff out of the way for that. And just had a message off the Farmer's Guardian, which, for those of you who don't know, is a publication about agriculture, wanting me to do an interview about turnips and hop chene and the Isle of Man. So I just rang them back over lunchtime. Had a lovely chat to the lady on the other end, and did a little bit of an interview about various things. So that's going to be really cool. Going to send some pictures through to her, and yeah, just kind of nice to feel that's like amazing that I've just been asked to do an interview for a big national, well, not big national paper, but a national farming paper. Close enough, you know. Yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on today. I'm going to crack on with this. If I get time, I'm going to try and get back and do some mowing once I've had a quick look at the one of the belts was slipping on it, so it might just need a bit of tensioning up, so I'm going to have a look at that. But I'm now going to get stinky and horrible, which is why I did the video before doing it, because I'm going to have to go put gloves on, because this is not going to be nice in here. But anyway, see you in a bit. So up inside the plenum chamber now, and I've just changed this filter here, so you can see that there, that one, which this is the central auger going up. So it's a big thing, you know, I can barely reach around it. So this is what sends the grain up all the way to the top, up through there, and then it rains back down. Sorry, trying to not make you feel sick. Down the outside of all this, drops all the way down to the bottom, and then into the middle of the auger, and then obviously repeats. Now this big chasm here is where the fan is, and that blows the hot air into here. So there's two temperature probes. Well, there's three. There's two there, and there's one outside. So you can set the temperature of in here, and you can set, so that's got a high and a low setting. So that's its temperature that the burner comes on at, and the temperature the burner goes off at. So it bounces up and down. And then the other temperature probe is on the outside of this cage, between this side and the outer skin, which you can just see there. That's that bar, that's the outer skin, and that's in the product. So then the barley, beans, oats, wheat, whatever, peas, sunflowers, pumpkin seeds, maybe. That'd be a lot of pumpkin seeds to put through this, but woo. You then chuck them through, and that's getting the temperature of them, which then is when it decides to totally cut off the burner and then goes on to the cooling cycle. So I've just changed this filter because we had a hole in it, and now I know we had a hole in it because this filter is what takes the dust out. So that pipe runs down straight through both skins to the outside with a flange to stop any product coming through on the outer one. Now we've had beans coming out of that, which shouldn't happen. So that's as the auger's going up, they've been forced through a hole. Not many of them, but enough to make it noticeable. And that would then have caused big issues if we'd have done barley, because obviously barley's a lot smaller than a bean. We'd have had a fair steady stream of it coming out, and that's just lost because that goes to waste. So down on the, hang on, let me just get rid of that spanner. Down on the outside, you might be able to see the piles down there just through the mesh. That's where the vent goes, and anything which just kind of falls on the floor or comes out of anywhere just gets cleaned up afterwards and dumped. So that is waste. Not usable. Some people come and sometimes sweep up the barley for using for like chicken feed and stuff like that, or birds or ducks or something like that, but that's that we don't sell that. That's just kind of done as that. So yeah, just got to tighten this back up to clamp it on. and then get back down through, and I could put the sides back on. So just this mechanism directly below me with the chain, that is like a stirrer basically. There's a stirrer which goes around on that bottom chamfer, just to make sure that the product's all falling down nice and even. But it's not very easy getting up in here. It is actually less dusty now than it was last time I was up in here, because it's outside. So it's been raining on it. So last time I came up in here, it was horrible, absolutely horrendously dusty. Now, you did see what the bottom was like. The bottom's nice and clear now, so that's a lot better. Any water which does come in because it's outside will now just sit in there and drain out. That's not an issue. So yeah, just thought you'd want to see the inside of a dryer. So just down at the pumpkins and the turnips, just doing a little bit about the turnips. As I say, I've just been talking to Alex from the Farmer's Guardian about us growing turnips. So right behind me is A, a Manx flag, and B is a row of turnips. Heading off that way, there's 2 full rows here. We have more turnips up there, so I'm going to harvest some, but these turnips are going to be ready to be pulled. These are for the open day, and we're going to have a lovely Triskelion Manx flag at either end of it to mark the Manx row. So this is for the turnips. Now, hang on, let me just move that out of the way. Here's one of the smaller ones that we've got. Absolutely fantastic. Good for eating, good for carving. Bigger ones, ow, just got nettled. Definitely great for carving, but you can still eat it. You know, so these are the ones which we planted at the start of the season, which we didn't think had grown. And look at that, they definitely have. Absolutely amazing. 100% have grown. Can't go wrong with that. Plenty. The row goes nigh on all the way down. There's a little bit of a gap in the middle, but they're all there. And as I say, we have got more, so don't worry, plenty to be got. Good morning, it is, what day is it? Tuesday, and today has been chaos. We've had school photos on. I had to take the dog up to doggy daycare. I had to load a trailer, which I didn't expect to have to do today, and then I've had to harvest everything that I was meant to harvest yesterday, but yesterday was too busy. So there it is. Stuff is harvested, it's heading out. I'm normally back from doing my deliveries now, and I'm just about to head out, so today might be a little bit of a write-off for other things, but we've been organised. I'm sure I've said they're them 50 pumpkins which are going up to the old guardhouse, and they're hosting an event which is benefiting the Derby and Northern Community Initiative. Those crates down there are the little tiny ones which we started pulling off until we got bored because there's so many of them. The Manx flags you can just see flapping over there. That is the one end of our turnip row. One of them flags will be being put down at the far end. We have all sorts going on. It's absolutely nuts. Look, I've even started putting a fence in. You can just see the posts there. Bit muddy here. Now, we do have Storm Babbitt, which is arriving. Now, obviously, by the time this goes out, it will already have been and gone. So this is my guess, that this is going to turn into a bit of a mud bath down here. So we're working on something to allow us to put wood chip down over there, where you can see the mower just behind us, which is just going to stop it turning into a quagmire over there. Still got a few moth thistles to cut off. Plenty of stuff growing on the veggies on this side. The lettuces are looking great. Taking the beetroot out. Well, you can see what we've got here. So here we go. What we've got here. So we've got plenty of lettuces. Let me find one of the bigger icebergs with kale escaping. There we go. So the icebergs are doing their thing. They're nice and hearted up. Got some nice little turnips in there. Even got cabbage there. Beetroot, what's that? Some more of the lettuce there. So this is the smaller lettuce, just going to give it to them. And purple kale. Purple kale is absolutely fantastic. Now, the kale is really good, much higher in vitamin C than 90% of stuff, apparently, from what research I've been doing, particularly the black kale, the negro, I think. Can't remember exactly what its Latin name is or what the supermarkets sell it as. We sell it as black kale. We've got purple kale going in there, crinkly kale, and I've got green crinkly kale growing at home. These parsnips are from over by the carrots, so these are a lot smaller, nice little ones. I might hold them back for what I'm doing tomorrow with the tractor down at the school. We've got loads of carrots in there and loads of whopper parsnips in at the bottom. So it's all go, it's non-stop. I really shouldn't be here. I've got them to wash and I've got to get out delivering. See you later. How you doing? Just down in the polytunnel. Just put some more pea shoots in and having a bit of a check on everything, bit of a water. Now, last night, I think it must have been last night, we got down to 0.8. It's backwards for you, so that's not really going to help. So yeah, 0.8 degrees in here, which is obviously a little colder than we wanted to get in a polytunnel. So it makes me think it was colder than that outside. It might be that there was just a draft on the thermometer, so I might try and move the thermometer to the middle or something like that. But what I'm going to do is something that I have seen, well, I've read about, and create a radiator. So I'm going to fill that truck full of water. Now at the moment in here it's 15.7 degrees, so that's going to warm up that water. We're due to actually get, although we've got some savage weather the next couple of days, it's meant to be warmer, so that's going to get some heat into that water, which is then going to then radiate out the heat to stop it going too cold in here. Like I say, it could be just that the thermometer was right next to, you know, the edge of the door here, where there'd be a bit of a draft coming through and that's got onto it. As long as it's above the sprinklers, it can come to the middle because it's not waterproof. So it has to be above the sprinklers, which is why it's up there. So I'll have a look, see if I can kind of get it by the middle. There's some lovely holes appeared here. I wonder what that's from. That's a crow or something, isn't it? Right, I'll get some repair tape and stick it on that. Yeah, so things are kind of going well in here. Stuff's growing. Kale keeps being eaten by caterpillars. Not really too much we can do about that, other than pull them off, squash them, chuck them outside. So hang on, I'll just turn that off before it floods everywhere. But yeah, really impressed on how things are going. I've just put in a line of spring onions in the middle of there and had a bit of a weed off of some of the worst of the weeds. So we can't kind of complain too much. Radicchio is there. Look at that, absolutely spectacular. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what this kind of comes up like. This is something new, definitely something that I'm going to grow next year in the spring. So we'll see what leaves kind of appear on that over winter. I think that is due for kind of like March harvesting, I think it is. So you know, that's going to take a real bit of growing over the winter. Spinach and rocket here doing okay. Pea shoots are a lot slower now than they were in the summer, so this tray is just about done. The next tray is just about starting. There's one, I think that one is then the next one, and I've just planted this one up, so I'm going to try and do at least one per week, which should keep us in pea shoots, because they're really nice. They're absolutely spectacular. If you've never done them before, have a go. You know, they're absolutely great. Straight from the plant, clean enough in here. Now that's quite a strong flavour, is that one. I think that's Juice Provence, which is what I've just planted. So I'm going to try some of the other ones as well, just see what different flavour it is. But yeah, so just wanted to let you know where we're at that. See you later. Good afternoon, it is Wednesday and today was Harvest Festival. Well, it is Harvest Festival Day down at the school. So this is the school that came down and planted pumpkins with us. So what I've got is in the back of the tractor here in the trailer is the pumpkins that they planted, the ones that they've grown. So I'm heading down to the school now, and we're going to show them the tractor and some local produce which we've grown on the farm. Everything which I've got with us is grown from within Solby, which is pretty cool. So all within a couple of miles of the school. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. So I'm just going to get down there with the tractor. I've got the trailer, little trailer, well, I said little, it's my big trailer, but it's still littler than the big tractor trailers on the back. And yeah, see what the kids think and give them a little bit of show of local produce and see what can really be farmed and harvested around this area. You know, we don't have to rely on everything coming from a long way away. And we'll also give the pumpkins over to the outgoing year 6, which planted them when they were year 5. So yeah, see you in a bit. I might try and get a photo or a quick video when I'm down there, but obviously no children in it, so we'll go from there. See you in a bit. So here we are, down at the school. No children down here yet, so I'll just show you the setup I've got. So we've got obviously the tractor, the trailer here, and then just a selection of the produce. Obviously our tiny little cute mini pumpkins, brought some of them down. Parsnips, now these are looking fantastic. Look at that, absolutely great. We've got a selection of his lettuce, some carrots with the top still on, a turnip, some beetroot, and then I've also brought down a little bag of barley and beans, obviously on barley straw bales as well. And then these are the pumpkins that was grown by the school. So these are plants that were grown on here by the school kids, and then they've been planted out down in the field, which they came to do, if you remember looking back at them videos. We've added a couple to it because they didn't all survive, but most of them did. So there was a nice selection of varieties, and we've just bolstered it a little bit. And my youngest wanted to bring one for the teacher as well. So the teacher's got one or two out of there. So that's good. But yeah, so just down here, I might get into trouble with the groundsman because I made some tyre tracks. So I might have to come with a fork and fix them. But yeah, so that's the setup we've got. Harvest Festival was in that church this morning, which is absolutely fantastic. This is my last one down here. So my youngest is in year 6 outgoing. So that's it. No more Harvest Festivals unless I end up involved through the pumpkin field. See you later. We're doing back in the dusty shed. It's that time of year again. So first load that we've actually done is a big load, big trailer. So we're just emptying the first load in, and then I'll be mixing up a second one. So this is barley, beans and minerals, mixed minerals. So we've got the minerals have come in a bag from the farm. We've rolled our beans, we've rolled our barley, and yeah, just emptying into the trailer. So the 5.5 ton in this. So I've just got 4.5 tonish left to empty, and then I'll get it refilled and get it totally empty, and then that'll be 10 tonish in there. So well, that'll be good. Almost ready for this weekend now. The weather has been abysmal last night. It's actually all right today, but then tonight is bad and tomorrow is bad. But tomorrow is going to be the day for getting all the final bits and pieces sorted that I need to organise, and then we can be ready to open on Saturday. So can't wait, really exciting. A couple more people to come down and grab some stuff, and I've got a delivery to go do this evening after, well, this afternoon after school pickup. Just down to Black Dog Pizza down in Peel. We're donating a big pumpkin to their Melia, which is for Isle of Play on the island, and then they're wanting kale and turnips as well anyway, so going to get them down there, so I need to go pick them, so I might do that once this is doing okay and I can kind of run off, because it's just the other side of that button there. So yep, we'll get it sorted in a bit. So this isn't, hang on, this isn't a shoulder-mounted rocket, this is a grain fan. And as Jeremy Clarkson said, free fitness workout trying to climb up the barley. So I've just gone up the heap, and it's very difficult because your feet sink. Sorry about the noise, that's the mill going in the background. So up on here, I've just had a quick check on this. Now this is our pile of barley. There's a little bit of heat in the middle of it, so I'm just going to put a fan on. It's going to draw cold air through it and vent it out. So that's just because there might be a little bit of moisture. Could be coming in from outside, but it's just good to keep the air flowing through it. So I'm going to set this up whilst keeping an eye on that over there. Good evening. It is Thursday, so tomorrow the weather is meant to be atrocious, but we're going to be getting everything ready for open day on Saturday. So I've just been cutting out the cutouts. Excuse the bit of a mess. That's the pumpkin sign there, as you can see stood up. That's the sign that's going to be going on the road. It says pumpkins and turnips, because obviously we've got both. We've got a lovely tractor. Now all this artwork has been done by my absolutely amazing wife. This is something I couldn't even comprehend. I couldn't even get my head around it. She's done this. She's currently painting more. She needs to do a little bit of touching up on these after I've cut the holes out, because obviously that's going to wreck things. Hey Maple. Maple's come to join us. That's my dog. And then I need to varnish them so that they're a bit better for waterproofness, just in case it does rain. We're hoping it doesn't, but it might. So we've got these, we've got a few others. These boards are really generously donated by JP Curry, Isle of Man. They were the ones which I commented about on the other video. We've got little signs to put up. Here we go. Sorry, it's a bit dark over here. Go back on the light, the one remaining light. So we've got little signs to do. Obviously, it's backwards for you, but you just put 01624 in front of that phone number if you can work it out. Yeah, absolutely fantastic that they've done that. These bits of artwork we've done are stunning. Let's see if you see that? It's kind of probably upright for you there. Obviously we've got our name on it there, you know, Pumpkin Field IOM. So anyone taking photos is going to have that in it. We're hoping people are going to share them to Facebook, Instagram, the whole lot. So if you are coming down, well, if you have been down and you've took some photos, please do share them. You can at us, you can start it as a hashtag if you really want. You know, that'd work, that'd be cool. Let's get it trending. Yeah, so everything is kind of really falling into place now. Last few bits and pieces to get sorted. I need to put the poles in for them tomorrow. I've just got to do a little bit more cutting back, and I'm going to try and put some wood chip down to stop the mud. I've managed to do a negotiation with someone for some Teram matting. So we're going to put that down, put wood chip on top of it, and hopefully stop a bit of the mud, which is going to develop pretty quickly if we're not careful. So that's tomorrow's job. I'm down there all day. I have got someone coming down from Milltown Estate, and they're going to come and pick some turnips and pumpkins. I've just dropped this evening a pumpkin for Amelia, which is in the name of Isle Play, which is a charity on the island, and they do activities for kids, which is absolutely fantastic. We did ask if they wanted to come down, but they're a bit busy, and it's a kind of a one-man band at the moment, so unfortunately they couldn't do it. Maybe next year. We'll see. Yeah, so everything's kind of going to fall into place. I'll try and get some videos tomorrow, but if the weather's like it's forecast to be, I'm not sure how well it's going to work, because this isn't going to like it. I can give the GoPro a try, because that obviously prefers wet weather a bit better than this does. But yeah. So we're almost there, almost. Hello, welcome to our very wet and rainy field. We've just been having a test of does it sink or does it float with the pumpkins. Those ones are still touching the floor, but these ones were well and truly floating in this area. So it's rained rather a lot. It's still raining now. It is supposed to be stopping soon. It's not very nice down here, but it's going to be nicer tomorrow. Last few bits and pieces, so somewhere there. I've just put in some poles. There's a load down at the bottom as well. This is where the cutouts that my fantastic wife has made are going to be screwed to. I'm not going to put them out today because the wind is forecast to get a lot stronger later on. So yeah, going to put them out tomorrow morning when we put the tents up and stuff. So just trying to get, I've got another set of them to do, a couple more posts to put out with like photo opportunities and stuff like that on. So we'll get all that done and then see what we can do this evening. So horrible weather, standard. Wow. I was hoping to do some YouTube content today during this day of the first day of the picking. It has gone absolutely amazing. I cannot explain how fantastic it has been to have everyone come down and help us to do this. The traders which have been down, been absolutely amazing. I think they've done really well. It's been great. There's lots of interest in the different stands. The pizzas have been great. Sorry, yawning. I'm a bit tired. The pizzas have been absolutely amazing, and they kept me fueled halfway through the day. But just strength to strength. You know, we've still got lots of orange dots. Obviously, this video is going to go out at 5 p.m, which is going to be our hour after we shut tomorrow. But yeah, wonderful. Thank you so much. If you've been watching this, thank you. It has just made it all worthwhile. Now, my focus is going to be onto the veggies in the coming months and the things like that. I might kind of ease back a little bit on the videos and just make them a little bit shorter, just so you're not getting bored of the same stuff every week. But yeah, we'll see where we're at on there. But like I say, thank you so much for everyone's support. It's been absolutely wonderful to bring you along for the journey, which is going to accumulate in tomorrow's pumpkin picking. Or if they don't all go, we might have to do some in between, but in the week. Sorry, in days in between, in the week, next week. We'll see where we go from there. So once again, thank you so much. Thank you for all the likes, subscribes and follows. It really has helped us along on this journey, and it's been great to take you along. Like I say, you know, really appreciate it. Take care.